Hey there, it's Jordan, and it is the third week of NaNoWriMo. I don't know about you, but I've had a pretty stressful week so far this week, and it's just going to be crazy stressful the rest of this week at least. Um, yeah, anyway. Question time. Yes, I say it. Anyway, question 1. If you could travel anywhere in the world or universe, where would you go and why? I would go to Ireland, England, Scotland, and Wales. Those are kind of my typical answers, but I have been fascinated with those countries since I was a little kid. Yeah. Um, as for the universe, probably Saturn. Only reason is because like every personality test, that is, which planet are you? I always get Saturn. Good enough reason for me. But for the most part, space kind of freaks me out, so I probably would just stick with Earth. Anyway, question 2. What about any point in time, past, present, or future? I'm pretty sure that's what I meant to put on the thing and not past or present. Anyway, Elizabethan England, Victorian era, the Edwardian era, colonial America. Uh, no real particular reason for those. For a more recent time, the 30s through the 50s. Um, Pretty much for the music, fashion, movies. There was a real style to them, uh, or something that I kind of gravitate towards. I don't know, but I guess I should really include the 20s as well as because of the movie thing. And the movies first coming out with sound during the 20s, and it just would have been cool to see how people like firsthand see how they reacted to the sound, and by then they would have been past the whole train logo coming straight at the camera, people running away screaming in terror thing, because they would have known that the train would not have come off the screen. Um, oh, people. Um, yeah. Like I had pre-written these up, but I kind of rambled a bit. So yeah. Anyway, question 3. The ever classic question: what do you do with your fame and fortune if this book were to be the next big thing? Okay, depending on how big we're talking here, I'm just gonna assume that I have an obnoxious amount of money. First off, yeah, first off, I'd buy the dairy farm that my mom and aunt grew up on. The farm had been in their family before America was even a country. Uh, about 30 years ago, they had to sell it because it was a weird size, too small to be just like a family thing, and no, too big to be just a family thing, and too small to be really in use for mass production. Yeah. So yeah, I would buy that back and have it just back in our family. And keep listening to see if they have come home. Anyway, so I would buy the farm back. I would, and the first part of that question. And I would also buy a house around in this area for my parents, mostly because we are near a really good hospital. My mom has heart problems. And I would pay for any medical stuff as well for them. This is also assuming that the board meeting this Thursday does not kill my mother off. If it does, my dad will probably want somewhere in Kansas to live, or Kentucky. He was always going about how much he loved living in Kentucky. So yeah, I would buy the dairy farm. So far, I would buy the dairy farm back. I would buy a place for my parents. I would also have my siblings taken care of, or like at least give them something. Um, Not sure what. It would depend on the time. Um, I'd also buy a place for myself somewhere, I'm not sure where. Not California, I can tell you that. I don't really like this area, at least. Um, yeah. So pretty much after getting my family set up, I would definitely donate to any sort of medical cure research such as cancer or HIV, AIDS, that sort of thing. I'd also probably set up a scholarship for writers to go to whatever college they wanted. Not sure if that would be for high school graduates or those graduating from undergrad or what, just some sort of scholarship. I would figure that out when I actually had the money. I would also probably do something like the Rockefeller Fellowship at Harvard. I'll put a link in the description box if you have no idea what that is. I only know of it because my cousin is currently in Peru because of it. Um, there's probably others like it, but obviously the first one that came to mind. Um, and of course, mine would focus on writing and help the person grow as a writer as well as grow as a person. Anyway, question 4. Favorite book or book series growing up? Uh, Harry Potter, Artemis Fowl, Little Princess, Secret Garden, Madeline, Babar, Cat in the Hat, Madeleine L'Engle, C.S. Lewis, pretty much any book on mythology and history, and a bunch of others that I can't really think of at the moment. Yeah, except for like the history things, they're mostly fiction. I love fiction books, apparently. No, not apparently. I've always known that. Always preferred fiction. And I'm just rambling. Anyway, question 5. Favorite childhood memory. I don't really have like a certain specific favorite childhood memory, but it's more of the feeling of a memory. Probably made no sense. Like Christmas. Like there wasn't like a certain Christmas that was spectacularly awesome. It was just the feeling of Christmas. That excitement of wondering what the presents will be. What. Yeah. And also watching the British Mysteries on PBS with my mom. There's like not a specific episode or mystery that I remember. I was just watching them with her. Yeah. Question 6. How did the following affect your childhood? Music, books, weather, money, and love. Music. I really wasn't into music until middle school, roughly. I mean, I liked music. It was definitely my preferred class over PE. Being fat and uncoordinated is just not fun, let me tell you that. But I didn't have a favorite artist or genre or instrument or whatever. I didn't mind that all that much if the batteries in my Discman died or if the headphones broke or the thing got lost or like a CD didn't get returned to me. I just didn't care. I didn't care. I didn't care what radio station was playing in the car. I actually still don't. Which is why it's typically country. Anyway, music just didn't really have a big influence on my life in my elementary and earlier years. As for now, it definitely has like a bigger impact on my life, I guess. Definitely more into it. I definitely have an opinion, I guess, when it comes to music. But yeah, anyway, books. Books, on the other hand, it definitely had a huge influence on my life. My entire family are bookworms. Is bookworms? I don't know. Couldn't figure out how to word that properly, but entire family bookworm. You'll find books in every room of the house, even the bathroom and the kitchen, and they are in the randomest places in the rooms. Like in here, there's a couple on the printer, like on top of, like underneath the TV, and kind of randomly spread out throughout the house. Um, it's obvious here that books aren't decoration; they are actually read. Um, anyway, so coming from that, I definitely was eager to learn how to read, and I think I'm still like a little bit bitter that my kindergarten teacher did not choose me to be like one of the 2 students to learn how to read in kindergarten. I think it was to see if kindergartners could handle to read. I'm not entirely sure, but it was not picked, and I was mad. I should really get over that, but I don't think I will, at least fully. For the most part, I am, but it's like, for her. Anyway, but books, big impact on my life. The weather. I have no idea where I was going with this when I wrote this. So I'm skipping it. You may as well. You can pretty much skip any of the questions because I was not really thinking about how long this would end up being. But yeah. You can also skip the whys if you wish. Or like do whatever. Money. Preacher's kid. On the poorer side of things. Definitely stressful. Enough said. Again, not entirely sure where I was going with this. Love. I was loved as a kid. Obviously had answers going on in my head when I was coming up with these. Fortunately, they did not stay. Anyway, question 7. Favorite year of school so far? And I'm probably talking through my nose right now. 10th grade, even though that was a really shit year of my life personally, but I had the best teachers that year. So I had a really good experience in school. Question 8. How's the novel? Word count wise, I'm a little behind. On Thursday, I actually caught up. And I managed to roughly stay on point until yesterday when I didn't get anything written at all. Part busy day, part pissed off because our home phone hasn't been working and the guidance counselor had apparently called on the 9th to cancel our appointment so I could select my classes for the quarter because she had to take a personal day or something. And I showed up and yeah. But mostly because I had 3 very emotional scenes, emotionally draining scenes, I should say, in the past couple of days, and I just needed a break. That not part is not a part of the reason why I've been so stressed. That, yeah. Anyway, something else entirely. Yeah. As going back to the actual question, yeah, I just needed a break from writing, like a short little break, just because they were so emotionally draining. And pretty glad I'm not writing this, like, okay, so I have 2 files saved. One's called Samson because I suck at titles, and it's like the novel roughly in order. The other file is called Chapter Whatever, and it's like the little scenes that I come up with that aren't like anywhere near where I am, like in the actual novel, so I can get those out of the way. And so for those 3 scenes are in Chapter Whatever. So, like in the actual novel, they would not be anywhere near each other, hopefully. No, they won't. Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, there we go. That's week for me, and that totally rhymes. Awesome. And now I'm just gonna say bye, so bye. Let's find this stupid thing. Yeah, there it is. Yay! 13 minutes. And that's not counting the bits I left out. Wow, definitely would have gone over time, and now I'm just